when you're making your threads is that the part is not going to be tight. You need to make sure that your part is tight over here and that your pin is engaged. Tap the end of your collet gently at the very end and make sure that the part does not come out. Now make sure the tailstock is between 2 and 3 inches out right here and everything's locked. So the tailstock is spinning in with the part you're going to use for your grooving operation. And if the part is spinning fast enough, you can just kind of come right in and do all your grooving. The first thing you're going to need to make sure of when you're setting up the lathe is that you have the tool holder is tight on these 2 bolts. So you need to grab your T-handle and make sure the tool is very, 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 very tight. The next thing you need to make sure of is that insert itself is held down very really, really, really tight on there. You're going to need to use a grooving tool to put a groove on your part right at the base of it, right down here, so you have a spot for the threads to fall into. I would say about a 1/4 inch. And then your tool should be set up if you make sure everything is nice and tight with the T-handle. And the inserts right there are nice and tight on the tool itself. So you need to make sure of is that you're in low gear when you are making threads, that your thread dial, you're in low gear, the arrow's going up, the arrow's going up here, so the thread's going to go that way, and you're set to B1. Why B1? Well, if we look over here on our chart, B1 is 16 threads per inch. If we're cutting different size threads, here's most of the threads you're going to cut right here for this class. When you turn on the lathe, that the thread dial is engaging, and this bar is rotating. Blue your part with some Daikin bluing dye, move your handle out, rotate your tool around, and you can begin threading with your threading tool. Make sure your tool has got to be really, 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 really tight in there. And you can begin threading with the triangular shape. They're either going to be gold or they're going to be kind of grayish looking, but they have a clear triangle insert at the top to make the threads. Right here, this tool. Okay, quick recap of yesterday. Make sure you're in high gear when you're edge finding. You're ready to edge find after you blew up your part and lay out where your holes are going to go over on the surface plates. Next thing, bring the edge finder down to the end of the part. Bring the end of the part towards the mill so it's running concentrically. And then as soon as it tips out to the side, you've found the edge of the part located on the edge of the edge finder. You still have so you're going to zero it out once over here. We're going to zero it one time. So it says 0. So we have this part tipped. We're going to raise the edge finder up. And you can see the center of that edge finder is not located on the part. So I'm located exactly, I'm going to move it to 0.1 of an inch, right up here. So it reads 0.1. So you can definitely tell it's on center. And now it says 0.1, you want to set it to 0. Was X, do it for the Y. Do the exact same operation for the Y-axis. X is now set to 0, Y now needs to be 0. And you'll be all set up to make good parts.